You take care of people. Let H&R Block take care of your taxes. Have the specially trained tax pros at Block Advisors by H&R Block find you every available credit and deduction and save up to 30% compared to the cost of a typical accountant. Plus 100% accuracy guaranteed. Visit blockadvisors.com/caregiver today to get started. Average savings based on national average fees for federal Form 1040 plus Schedule C and one state filing in the latest available 2020 survey conducted by the National Society of Accountants. Pricing may vary. See blockadvisors.com/guarantees for full details.
The friendship is sharing deal.
Because I want one of your McNuggets.
And I need some of your Quarter Pounder.
There's a deal for everyone at McDonald's. Get one favorite like 10-piece chicken McNuggets, a Quarter Pounder, or a Big Mac, and get another for just $1. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into KNOW Waco. I am your host, Debbie, here to help you get in the know about Waco.
This week, I have a very exciting guest here in the studio with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lori Davidson, and I am with the Waco Trolley and LuluBelle's and a few other things.
Yeah, and what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
I kind of wish I was a Waco native because I absolutely love this city, and I'd love to claim it as my own.
Hold on, did our sound go out?
Can you hear us?
No, I can still hear it. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I moved here in 2008 from the Chicago area and absolutely love it. And so I moved here the same year that Fiona Bond moved here from Creative Waco. So we're friends, and our sons, her Torin and my Alex, started kindergarten together.
Oh.
And now they're seniors, and they've been best buddies the whole way through. And so where Fiona has just poured her heart and soul and everything into art and music and has just done some incredible things for the city, I've poured my heart and soul into educating a teacher. And also my love of markets and promoting pop-ups and things like that. And I'm a history buff, so the volunteering I've done with the Historic Waco Foundation has...
Love those guys. I've had them on.
Yeah, it's just kind of culminated into this new project of the Waco Trolley.
Yes. So. And you guys are actually going to be doing Christmas light tours.
Yes, we started a couple of weeks ago, and it's going really well. We... have room for about 25 comfortably. We can fit up to 27. It's a little bit of a tight fit. But so we advertise that we can host 25. They're 90-minute tours. We go through a lot of the neighborhoods that we went through in 2008 when my little one was only 5.
Aww.
And it's so neat to see the progression of some of these neighborhoods, how the displays have grown, how they're interactive, they work with each other. And then we visit the Schmidt House, which is on the way on Highway 84 out in McGregor.
They actually won the Christmas light fight.
They did. They won in 2018. There are 9 seasons total.
Oh my gosh.
Waco's won twice.
Yeah, and then the other house is over by the old hospital, right?
Proctor and 27th. Yes. Yeah. So they've won. The Schmidts have won. They won in 2018, so that would be season 6, episode 7.
There you go.
And Roger and Lana Schmidt, and their house is fun. You can get off.
It's huge.
Yes. We spent about a good 20 minutes out there looking at all the displays. She's a real promoter of Fuzzy Friends.
Yes.
And so she has an entire area with every cat, dog imaginable. And you can donate to Fuzzy Friends there.
That's so cute.
She has a Minion Land. She has a set of Frozen that she built. She's an amazing artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And then the other one over on Proctor, their house is just covered. Like every square inch is just Christmas lights.
I don't take the tour out there, but I have privately been out there, and it is awesome. I'm noticing that Waco's a lot larger than when I moved here than I realized. And when you try to plan a 90-minute trolley to get the most lights in a short amount of time, that I had to focus this particular season on the Woodway area, Hewitt.
What about that street that's down by Pogue Park?
Yes, that's where I start. That's the Wooded Crest.
Yes.
And
they have the whole
where I
radio station and everything you can
yes,
tune into.
I know. Yeah, it's wonderful. And to see the kids too, when we turn the corner onto What a Crust and they ooh and ah, I'm thinking, oh, they are just going to lose it when they see, the Schmidt house. So, yeah, it's fun. We take 2 passes at that so people can see on both sides because it can be a little overwhelming, but the kids love it. And for the adults, I do trivia, keep it fun.
Oh, that's so fun.
So I have hats, antlers.
And I heard you guys have hot cocoa too.
Yes, we do. Yes, every rider gets hot cocoa for the feels. Yeah, though we have the AC still running.
Oh, well, it literally is 80 degrees outside.
I know. We can just pretend.
It's okay. The Texas winter air, you know how it goes. Yeah.
But I've been bouncing ideas off of Fiona because after the Christmas season is over, we want to I want to be able to really promote the murals, the exciting murals that are popping up all over and have been now for a while.
And they have that mural. So on their website, they have the mural map so you can see where all of the locations are.
Yes.
So then you can just drive the trolley around.
So we're going to do kind of a hop on, hop off, very Instagrammable.
Ooh.
So a selfie tour, a mural selfie tour.
Oh, love
and
that.
So we're going to go around to those and a few others. And they can hop off, take a picture, but I want them to know about the artists, know the reason behind the mural and give them more of the history side of it. And then we actually are starting an official history tour.
Oh, wow.
And Tammy Hulbert will be the guide of that. And Waco's fascinating. Waco really is. It's got a really long, very interesting history. So that will be another 1.5-hour tour. And then the final offering is a brew bus.
Brew bus?
Yes.
Did I hear you correctly?
You did. We took we've done it twice for content for our social media and on our website. And we have local bars, pubs, brew houses, wine bars that are in on it. And basically it will run Friday and Saturday nights from 8 to midnight and has a set route. And it will just circle. And you can drive or Uber to a specific spot. And then when it comes by, you just hop on. And then you can, and it is BYOB.
I love that.
On the trolley itself. And so then you just hop off and hop on as you want. And from 8 to midnight. And you'll get a wristband. And that gives you 15% off at each location off of alcohol. And then different places like Stay Classy, formerly Classy Glass.
Shout out Katie and Jacob.
They will sometimes be offering little specials like a private
so cool.
trolley only appetizer, stuff like that. So yeah, have you had anything to eat from there?
Yeah, well, of course there's charcuterie boards.
Yes,
obsession.
Yes,
number one, and then the little pizza rolls, so good. But I'm a pizza roll gal, so what can I say?
So I'm curious to see what they'll come up with for a private treat for trolley riders.
They have to make like a mini trolley that you can eat.
Oh, that would be
like out
good.
of meat and cheese and pretzel sticks.
That would be cute. Yeah. So it's kept me busy. It's kept me really busy. I enjoyed the experience of transforming the trolley. When I got it, I bought it from the Urban Trolley Company in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and had it driven down here. And I worked with Baylor to have it wrapped.
And I love all the images on it.
Sleeve photos.
Say,
yes.
Yeah.
So it came looking like Mr. Rogers' trolley.
Oh, so cute.
It was red and green, which it still is on the inside, which is perfect for Christmas. Red and green, and it was named Charlie on the side.
Did you keep the name?
No, I actually changed it.
What's the trolley's name?
The new name is LuluBelle.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Too adorable.
So that's what she's called. And I worked with Jeff Hunt over at Baylor in the Texas collection. And so being a history buff and knowing that I wanted to, honor Waco's history and I would be giving history tours, I bought his book with the Gildersleeve images and picked out a variety from, I think, 1906 to 1934.
Wow. Why
just
that
different parts
era?
of it. I just was drawn to just to it. And my oldest one, I believe, is the trolley on the Elm Street side.
Oh.
In 1906. And then my latest one is a good shot of Austin Avenue with some of the buildings, of course, no longer here because of the tornado.
Yeah.
Right. And then, but some that you can still recognize. So, it was a fun journey to do that. And, but I named it LuluBelle because, of my business, my other business, LuluBelle's.
Self-plug.
Yes. So LuluBelle's, I, have a market downtown twice a year on the Live Oak Classical campus. And so when I moved here, I did other jobs. I taught at a university in Chicago, Benedictine University.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so when I moved here, I decided that I really wanted to focus K-12. So I started teaching Spanish at Live Oak Classical School. Love that school. And I'm come from a long line of teachers. I'm number 5, fifth generation. And so my daughter, she decided that she wanted to not be a teacher and break the chain. I know, I was heartbroken. So she decided she wanted to go into PR. And so she went to Oklahoma Christian University.
PR people.
Yes. So it's supposed to be like a wonderful school for PR. So after her first semester, she said, Mom, I think I want to be a teacher.
Oh my gosh, a redemption story.
Yes. So this was funny. She actually teaches now at Live Oak.
Oh, wow.
She literally took over my classroom. It was a full, I guess, 3 years ago.
That's so sweet.
Yes. So she teaches French, Latin, and Spanish.
Wow.
And,
a linguist.
Yes. Yeah. Showed me up in every way. But we were able to co-teach for a month, which was fun.
That's cute.
So I was the good cop. She was the bad cop because here she was only 22 and
to intimidate the kids.
Right. And teaching seniors, that were just 3 years younger. So she had to be, pretty strict. And my students have always kind of referred to me as Miss Frizzle. I don't know.
It's the red hair.
Who listening has seen me, but I do kind of look like Miss Frizzle.
We'll take a picture at the end and I'll post it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. So it was only inevitable. It was inevitable that I would end up getting my own magic school bus.
There you go.
So I think I need an iguana for the dash.
Please do. You could get like a little pastel from like Tangled. Get like the little chameleon.
Oh, that would be perfect.
That'd be cute.
Yeah. So it just fits me. It fits me. And I do get I noticed a little teachery, and that's really not a proper word, but I noticed last night when I was giving a tour when I was rounding everybody up from the Schmidt house to get back onto
all right, guys, get on the bus.
I said, does everyone have their buddy? And I actually caught myself because I had a lot of children on one tour asking, does anybody need to go potty?
And it's like, just slip right back in there.
It does. I still kind of feel like a teacher because,
you are. And like,
yeah,
you're
it just fits.
Different, the multifacets and being able to bring them all into one thing.
Yeah, it's neat how it's come full circle into something different that's mobile, educating, with wheels. So, but I have enjoyed it. So with LuluBelle's, that's been, I've always had a love for antiques because I've always had a love for history.
I love your vintage clothing collection. I bought a few of your pieces.
Oh, have you? Thank you.
I bought a gorgeous, of course, 1980s, little jacket. And it was the one with lace over it. And it was kind of rainbow on the inside.
Yes.
So I got that. And then I got my husband this amazing vintage bright pink and black striped
I remember that
shirt.
I remember that.
We just love vintage clothing.
I remember when I sourced that came with a pair of hot pink pants, but I doubt he bought those.
Oh my gosh, no! I should have got the bright pink pants.
So I've been in a few shopping spots around town. I am in my vintage clothing stores inside the Bevy Boutique out in Robinson. Beverly Fallon owns that. It's right next to the Rocket Cafe. Woohoo! And she's open on Saturdays. She's still has her full-time job at a bank, but that's her passion. So eventually she'll, when she decides to retire, she'll be in the shop full-time. But for now, any Saturdays out there. And then, I've got just a few other shopping spots around town. And so I've participated in markets. When I lived in Chicago, there was one that's featured quite a bit on HGTV called Kane County Flea Market. So I liked to be a vendor out there, and I dragged my kids, which got them into learning about antiques.
Have you been out to the Canton Flea Market?
Oh, yeah, several times.
The giant one here?
Yes,
okay.
So Kane County has a very similar feel.
I know,
very similar.
That's
Yes,
why I was
very similar, but for Illinois.
If you haven't been.
Yes, absolutely. Plug out, shout out to Canton because that's that's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot to see. Yeah. And to get through. So, so when my daughter, got her job at Live Oak, and so we co-taught for the semester or for a month, and then I stepped out. The spring break schedule coincides with spring at the silos, and then the fall break schedule coincides with Celebration because the campus is on 4 blocks.
They're so close.
We're right next door to the silos, and everybody gets kind of silo brain when they come downtown. They are looking at the silos and not in front of them, and so it's just for safety.
Yeah,
for safety, we don't want our littles walking in between. So Live Oak just closes the campus, and so my daughter had said, "Wouldn't it be great to have a teacher supply fund?" And we have this great real estate just right next door, and every teacher seems to kind of have a side hustle,
of course,
for enjoyment, and also just because we need to,
because our educators don't get paid enough. Yes,
so we need to be able to have the best supplies that we can, and so it was actually her idea. She said, "Why don't we open it to the public as well? For vendors, and." They'll pay a nominal fee, but that will go to a teacher supply fund. So we had 38 that first time.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then it's just grown and grown.
And grown.
Right. And so even though I'm not teaching there, I still, I do sub there and she's still there right now. And so you just keep doing it. And
so any day your daughter is sick, you can just be like, okay, I'll just take over the class for today.
That's usually when I sub. She's, Mom, I'm not feeling it. Can you go in?
Can you step in for me today?
Yeah.
I'll bring you lunch later. We'll make up for it.
That's exactly. She does that quite a bit, actually. So, so we started that, and it's our 3rd year of doing it. And this last time, I think we had about 125 vendors.
Oh my goodness, that's so many.
Some great food trucks,
yes,
and live music, and horrible wind though.
Yeah, I remember the wind. It was terrible that weekend.
Oh, rough. But we lost quite a few tents on that. Yeah, on that one. But we'll be gearing up for our spring one again.
Whoop whoop.
And then I was able to have a fun connection with Fiona where we were able to combine our resources, where we did the Chalk and Walk in May.
I was there. It was amazing. Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
The beginnings of the 7th Street Plaza before it was the 7th Street Plaza.
Her vision. That was all her vision. And so she came to me and said, hey, let's combine. Will you be the market producer for it? And so we joined in with Bethel from Farmers Market and Eric
Bethel,
from Eastside.
Eric, shout out.
Yeah. And we created this incredible shopping experience and had awesome food trucks, new ones that I hadn't even tried. And then Fiona was all over, and MC Art Supplies, they were all over the art. And so businesses were able to pay artists and have them do just insane murals and
the biggest chalk pieces I've ever seen in my life.
It was sad to see the ones on the street go
and
so
then they
quickly.
Washed away.
I know.
But at least it was like the last day. So it was like just like raining, and it's like, but it was really pretty. So I got this gorgeous picture I took from ground level of the rain like washing the chalk. So it's like a rainbow water.
Ooh, like a watercolor.
And then you can like see the sky is all like gray. I'll have to show it to you. It's one of my favorite pictures I've taken.
We did get that rain on Saturday. Yeah, on Sunday.
Was it Saturday or Sunday?
We got the rain on Sunday. Okay. We got the rain on Sunday.
That whole weekend is a blur to me.
That was a tiring weekend, but it was so worth it.
Yep.
So, and I had never shut down streets before. So shout out to Eric for, I know with the Dia de los Muertos, the amount of work that went into that. It's not easy to.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I didn't know what I didn't know. If you have, for example, if you have more than 500 people, you have to have an ambulance present or, a close vicinity, and just, things like that you don't know. And so working with Megan Davis from the Parks and Rec Department.
Yes, shout out to her. She ghosted me. She was going to come on the episode and talk about Winter Wonderland.
Oh.
Megan, if you're listening to this. No, it's fine.
She was great.
I'll have her come on again because there's plenty of stuff happening over at East Bridge Street. So
Oh, tell me about that.
So the new Bridge Plaza that just opened.
Yes.
So they're actually doing a holiday party this Sunday.
Are they?
So yes, this
I
Sunday.
did not know that.
In the evening, come over. There's going to be a market. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be music, Christmas carols, everything. So definitely go over, and it's just in time. So this episode will come out on Friday, so you have plenty of time to go.
I'll have to look and see how late in the evening will it go to.
I think it's in the evening time, so I think it's like 6 to 9. If I'm right.
Darn!
You can find out more information on the Waco Parks and Rec Facebook page.
So are they putting it on?
Yep.
Oh, awesome!
So very exciting, and they have so many more things happening. So definitely check it out.
I will. I would love to. I'll at least definitely check out the site. I do believe I have 2 full tours, and I don't think I should probably cancel. But I would love to do that if I can get a different driver.
You're gonna have to get more drivers, so you can have an evening off.
Yes. We did participate in the Waco Wonderland Parade, and I do have a great driver, Larry Reed, and so he was good.
Yeah.
So I'll have to have him maybe step in a little bit more so I can get out and do fun things.
Yeah.
So we're doing the Chalk and Walk again.
Again in the spring.
Yes. So tentatively. And Fiona, if I get the dates wrong, I'm so sorry. But I believe it's the 22nd through the 24th.
I'll have her on sometime again to talk about it.
And there's some talk. We're just working out logistically. It'll for the last one, it was the graduation weekend and Mother's Day weekend.
It was Parents' Weekend.
It was
parents were there
perfect. Parents' weekend.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, and so it was a great weekend. I think Megan said we had around 12,000 people.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And it was the first permitted event since COVID had started, with the exception of the emergency permit from the Baylor Parade. It was just prior, but this next one should be bigger. Magnolia's talking about having it combined with the marathon, the marathon. So somehow, just need to get with Fiona and find out what that's going to look like.
The logistics,
running over chalk,
of course, understandable. They have to run on a little they get a little corner, and they just have to go down that.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can expand Austin Avenue a little bit more this year, or what that's going to look like. What it's going to evolve into. It's fun to be part of it.
This podcast is brought to you by AT&T Fiber with All-Fi. Whether you're into watching horror movies from your basement, watching sports from your backyard, or watching trashy reality shows from inside your car that's parked all the way in the driveway so no one in your family judges you, AT&T Fiber with All-Fi is the best way to watch whatever you want from wherever you are.
Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and add some Wi-Fi square footage to your house. Limited availability in select areas. Go to att.com/hypergig to check eligibility. Coverage requires extenders at additional charge.
You take care of people. Let H&R Block take care of your taxes. Have the specially trained tax pros at Block Advisors by H&R Block find you every available credit and deduction and save up to 30% compared to the cost of a typical accountant. Plus 100% accuracy guaranteed. Visit blockadvisors.com/caregiver today to get started. Average savings based on national average fees for federal Form 1040 plus Schedule C and one state filing in the latest available 2020 survey conducted by the National Society of Accountants. Pricing may vary. See blockadvisors.com/guarantees for full details.
Sergeant and Mr. Smith, you're gonna love this house.
Bunk beds in a closet?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
And I love doing
I really
it.
enjoyed it.
That was actually, I think, one of our best markets we've ever done. So
really,
yeah, Chalk Walk. And again, it's just fantastic because you get to see so many community members and artists and vendors and everybody just come together. And it's literally a gigantic block party. And it's not just a block party; it's blocks party.
Yes, it was 5th to 8th on Austin. So I'm hoping that we can get 4th to 9th. We'll see.
Ooh,
we'll see. Because if the marathon does end up running down one side, then the vendors would be on one side and we'll have that barricades down the middle. And then instead of the chalk being in the middle, the chalk will be in one whole lane.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, we'll have to do some talking and see what comes out. But whatever it ends up looking like, I'm sure it's gonna be incredible for the city. And I've met so many artists that I've kept in contact with and have enjoyed seeing their careers grow and additional murals that they've done.
It has been crazy since literally it's been a year.
It
doesn't feel like that because
know.
there's been so much growth and so much development, and everybody's been doing so many things. I was like, wow, that was really just the spring of this year.
I know it does. It feels like a very long year. You know, this town reminds me of the little engine that could.
There you go.
Like it just keeps going, and no one
I think I can.
no one has told this town no. When I lived in Chicago, there wasn't around me. There wasn't this sense of entrepreneurship and this can do and why not me attitude. There's something magical about Waco that I can't really articulate, but it's I don't know. It's just a big think tank of wonderful ideas, and people just say, I'm going to try it.
Yeah, for real.
And so
I always ask people on the show, what is something you would like to see in Waco?
Yeah.
Or what is something you would like to do in Waco? And I always tell them if it does become famous or if they have a good idea, I have to get a percent. No, I'm kidding.
I keep telling Fiona ideas. I'm like, no, you make this happen. You make this happen. Because I've got my hands kind of on a little bit of everything right now. And so there's only one of me. But I think.
Just clone yourself.
Yes. She kind of laughed at me. We not for older people, but for I love Baylor kids. Don't get me wrong, but someplace for older people. That sounds silly just saying it out loud, but I love to go out and dance, and I love.
We don't have a dance hall,
right? I love music before my time and current music, and I thought a pop-up dance party once a month. Kind of decades themed, or even just a certain, or around a certain genre.
Love that.
Where you don't know where it's at, you don't know where it's gonna be.
It's just a pop up.
It's just a pop up dance party.
That's so cool.
Like a rooftop pop up would be just amazing somewhere, and you don't know where it's gonna be. You buy a ticket to get in, and there's just kind of that excitement factor, and you have music from just a certain, a time, and I think it would be fun. Even if it's just once a season, just something different.
Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
yeah. So do it. And
I'll do it. Well, maybe now we can do it in Cultivate. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. That might be fun. We did do the 80s prom here.
Yes, I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that.
I always joked. So I'm saying next year we're going to do a 90s prom. And then
a
2000s prom. And then we'll do a 2010s prom.
Oh, I'm in. That was fun. I had a lot of fun.
We should have started in the 70s though. Maybe we'll do a back and do 70s and then go forward. We'll do a disco theme night. Maybe that'll be fun.
Disco's good. I went to Backyard. Was it last month or even the month before? It was La Freak. I had never seen that before. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah. They played all 70s music.
I saw that Crickets is doing an 80s party or something. I saw them have a banner on their balcony. And I was like, oh. There you go. And I know Putters, they do theme nights too.
I have never been to Putters.
Everybody. Oh my gosh, you've never been to Putters?
I have never been to Putters. Tell me about it.
Well, it's for the younger crowd. No, I'm kidding. So you walk in and it's like a full-on like old style arcade. So they have like all of the arcade games, and then you keep going back and there's the bar. But then on the left half, when you go in, it's a whole putt-putt area. So you can go play putt-putt. So that's why it's Putters.
No matter what the weather is.
There you go. So you can play putt-putt. And then if you go at night, they have it like all lit up with like the neons and the black lights.
Oh, fun.
And then the arcade's going, and you can go to the bar. And at the bar, they have video games. So they have like the TVs up by the bar. And you can just get your little controller and like you can play Wii or Xbox or PlayStation. Maybe they have a PS5. I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool. So it's a pretty cool place to hang out.
We'll have to go check that out.
I haven't been in a while, but I do recommend it. We went, I guess it was Halloween of, I guess last year, maybe. But it was really fun, and we enjoyed it. They do get packed out pretty fast, though. When they do like big events. Okay. Like when they did their costume contest, it was just so many people in there. It was a lot. And so I was still very overwhelmed, especially coming right out of the pandemic and everything. Right. I feel like now I'm like, anytime there's like big crowds, I'm like, oh God, is this allowed? And I'm like, oh wait, yeah. We're good. I'm vaccinated. I got to get my booster.
Me too. Yeah, that's on my to-do list.
There you go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having these amazing events and these awesome things happening in and around Waco.
Yeah, me too.
And I love meeting people that are in the middle of it.
I enjoy it. And I'm glad that you have your podcast to let people know what, to be in the know.
And know Waco.
Know Waco, yes. Yes.
But yeah, and then one of the other questions I see is, how have you seen the development grow in Waco since you've lived here?
Oh, it's leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So 2008, that's a significant, and
especially since the recession on.
Yes. If the first few years there really wasn't much growth, and then it just has seemed to snowball. Just in the past, I would say 3 years, probably.
I was going to say probably, because I got into the downtown sphere about 2 years ago, and now it's just crazy. And I'm getting to meet so many more entrepreneurs and creatives, and just like a wildfire. So it's absolutely amazing.
It is. And all the things like Startup Waco and all the assistants.
Hopefully they'll be doing a podcast with us soon.
They should. There's they're with all the assistance that they give. And there's just so many great things. We Grow the Co. Another shout out. They did
shout out.
Jillian and Josh did my website for the trolley, and because that's not in my in my wheelhouse, and so they came along right beside me, and they're amazing. So there's a lot of talent in this town, and there's no stopping it.
Yeah, and of course, give us all of your information on where we can find you, find out more information about your businesses and the trolley. How can we book?
Yes, you can book at the website, thewacotrolley.com.
Well, that's easy.
Yep, very easy. And Josh and Jillian even helped me with that, because I think if you Google the Waco Trolley, you get first. I was like, I have it now. So I was on page, I think 100 because it was all different trolley related things. The trolley that used to run a route pre-COVID, but now I'm finally on the front page.
There you go.
I think I can say if you Google, you might find me. But thewacotrolley.com is a definite way. Facebook, if you want to kind of get a feel for what the inside of the trolley looks like, the seating arrangements. It's a little different. It used to be a brew bus. It has a little stage on the back.
Oh, that's cute.
I have it decked out for Christmas.
Oh,
so eventually I will have a musician, probably on brew nights, that can sing and play. And
it's Saxy Gerald.
Oh, I love that. Yes, that's a great idea. Oh, that would be really great. I saw him at 7th Street Plaza for the first time.
Yesterday? Was that yesterday?
It was it was in the summer.
Oh, okay.
It was
in the
summer.
Over there the other day too.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So, lost my train of thought. So
where else to find
I was just thinking about, I was just thinking how a saxophone, I was thinking, would that be too loud? Or
maybe.
So I have a bench on the back, and then I have, instead of the wooden seats, which I think are charming, but they're just uncomfortable, and I'm about comfort. So I have 12 upholstered seats in there, a back bench that seats 5, and 2 side benches that seat 5 comfortably. So padded benches. So if people want to check that out, they can look on the Facebook page, the Waco Trolley, and then you can see a lot of interior pictures. And for LuluBelle's too, for the markets, it's just LuluBelle '. And that's actually, I've never told really people why it is LuluBelle's.
Give me the origin story.
So my mother, in the 1950s, and I need to put this picture on my trolley somewhere.
Oh, you can have it like, you know how like you can like clip it to your little
little visor.
Put it on your visor.
Yes. So I have a picture of her, and I think it's 1956, and she's in chaps, and she has a little pistol.
Oh my gosh!
A big cowboy hat or cowgirl hat that's like 5 times too big with this little shirt, and she's tilting the brim up just so she can peek out with one eye, and she's dangling this doll. And so I asked her what the doll's name was in the story. And so her grandparents, Luther, and he went by Lute, and Geneva Bell, and then she went by Belle, gave her a doll. And that was her favorite doll of her childhood. And so she drug it everywhere.
Aww.
And I asked her if she still had it. And she said no, that LuluBelle, she had left it on a heating grate, in the old houses that had the heating grates in the hall.
Yeah. My parents' house still has that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works, but.
Well, she laid it on there one night, and it looked like a grilled cheese.
Oh, no.
With grill marks, or, grilled chicken probably. And so, so she had it, for a little bit longer, and then, her mom tossed it.
Retired
her. And so my mom passed away in 2014. And so that's kind of when it started. This whole thing was she had given me, some money in my inheritance and said, don't be stupid with it.
Mm-hmm.
She said, do something smart. And she said, that was when Magnolia was really just starting. And
that was when a lot of things were just barely starting.
Just starting. It was, they had, I think, one season. So it was 2013 when we were talking about this. She passed away in January of 2014. And she said, grow it, Lori, grow it. And she said, I think this Magnolia thing's going to be a thing. And she said, you always used to play B&B with your Barbies, you know, do what makes you happy. And I did. I didn't know what B&B was, but I always knew that I wanted to host people.
There you go.
Have people come into my space and make them feel comfortable and cozy.
Play hostess.
Yes. I just always did that as a kid. And so I said, oh, Mom, I don't want people living in my house. And she's like, no, just buy a cute little cottage, fix it up and call it the Haven.
Aww.
And she said, and you know, you can put, she was terminal from the beginning, so we knew. She said, well, put my furniture in it. And so my childhood dishes are in it, and the table I grew up with is in it. And so it's kind of like my haven. It's my sweet, safe place. And, you know, if I'm missing her, I go and just kind of hang out on her couch, you know.
That's
and
so cute.
So
my heart.
So I named, so my name, my business, my antiquing business and upcycling business really didn't have a name. I was just a vendor without a name. And so I named it LuluBelle's. And so that's why I named my trolley LuluBelle. It's just a nod because everything has snowballed because of, you know, that talk that day.
Yeah.
So I have 2 rentals on Verbo, VRBO. I hate saying Verbo because as a Spanish teacher, that's Spanish for verb, obviously. Like the Nova. They wonder why the Nova didn't sell in the, you know, decades ago. Well, the Chevy Nova didn't sell because it, you know, Nova means don't go, won't go. So when VRBO, vacation rental by owner, changed to Verbo,
it's
I
like
thought, here we go
rental, again. Something.
Yeah, vacation rental by owner.
Yeah, by owner. There you go.
So I still call it VRBO / Home Away.
There you go.
Because they merged. But so the Haven at Chapel Ridge started, and then that paid for my daughter's college, and then I was able to buy the house next door, and that's the cottage at Chapel Ridge.
So cute.
Yeah. So I have 2 side by side, and if you Google or if you go into VRBO and search most reviewed, they're number 1 and 2.
Oh wow!
In Waco. So it's been a blessing. It really has. My youngest goes to school next year. He's applied to NYU and to Pepperdine for music and musical theater.
Wow.
So we'll see.
And I'll become a teacher too.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a worship leader at church at First Woodway on Wednesday nights.
Shout out First Woodway.
Yeah, and Sunday nights. So he's such a neat kid. He's got hair like mine, not red, but crazy curly. And I keep telling him he needs it cut because it's past his shoulders now. But
you know, boys that age, they just want to leave it as long as they can.
Yes. And I would love to be able to stock like 70s men's clothes at the trunk show out of Bevy Boutique, but he raids everything.
He just takes it all.
The boy only wears 70s, like tops, you know, and then some 90s now because apparently that's the thing.
Fleet, you know.
Extremely.
That's like the whole the kitsch now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a musician.
There you go.
Yeah, 24/7. He looks like a musician.
But, I love that.
Yeah, I've been blessed. So kids are great, and it's an exciting new chapter though because now I'll be that proverbial empty nester next year. So
yeah. And last but not least, what are you looking forward to most here in Waco?
A little rest. A little rest.
It's December. It is
a little rest,
Christmas.
And I would love to see a Papa Nose and a Papacito's.
You're not the first person to say that.
Yes. Yeah, that and a Costco, and and just the continued growth of the entrepreneur, you know, and to see people, you know, that are here realize their dreams and know that they can do it, and just to step out and try it, because Waco is a very welcoming community overall, especially I feel to the arts and the creatives, and increasingly more so. So
very much
I'm excited to see the growth in that over the next few years.
Yeah, of course. And thank you so much for coming on today
thank you
and
for
talking
having
about all
me,
these
Debbie.
amazing things.
I
Of course.
appreciate it.
And is there anything else you wanted to share with our listeners today?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
I do.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Of course.
Thank you for tuning into this week's podcast. This is your host, Debbie, signing off. Now that you know, go. Just go, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.